What languages were spoken in ancient Scandinavian history? Have you ever wondered what languages were spoken in ancient Scandinavia? The answer takes us back to a fascinating time in history. The primary language during this period was Old Norse. This North Germanic language was widely used during the Viking Age, which lasted roughly from the 9th century to the 13th century. Old Norse is the ancestor of the modern Scandinavian languages we know today. Old Norse had several dialects, mainly divided into two branches. The first is Old West Norse. This dialect was spoken mainly in Norway, Iceland, and the Norse settlements in the British Isles and the North Atlantic Islands. Over time, Old West Norse evolved into Old Icelandic and Old Norwegian. The second branch is Old East Norse. This dialect was used in Denmark, Sweden, and parts of the Baltic region. Old East Norse eventually developed into Old Danish and Old Swedish. In addition to these two main branches, there was a distinct dialect called Old Gutnish. This was spoken on the Swedish islands of Gotland and Faroe. Old Norse was initially written in runes, specifically the Younger Futhark. Later on, it transitioned to the Latin alphabet. This language was the medium for the Viking Sagas, Eddic and Skaldic poetry. It was not only spoken in Scandinavia but also in Viking settlements across regions like Britain, Ireland, Normandy, and even the Kiev and Rus area. As time went on, around the 12th century, these dialects began to diverge more noticeably. This divergence led to the separate Scandinavian languages we recognize today, including Icelandic, Faroese, Norwegian, Danish, and Swedish. Interestingly, Icelandic and Faroese have preserved many features of Old Norse, making them closer to the ancient language than modern Danish or Swedish. There was also a now-extinct language called Norn. This language was spoken in the Shetland Islands and was a remnant of Norse settlement and influence. In summary, the ancient Scandinavian linguistic scene was dominated by Old Norse and its dialects. These languages laid the groundwork for the modern Nordic languages spoken in the region today.